Welcome to Module 1 of the Business Launch Game Plan. It's going to be a very important module here because we're going to be choosing the area that we're going to focus on. And the game plan of today is we're going to take a personal inventory. So we're going to kind of really rack our brain here to figure out what it is that we're good at and what it is that we really enjoy doing. We're going to gather all this information. Most of it's going to come from our own brain, our own mind, experiences and things like that. Then we're going to take it over to those that know us really well, our family and our friends. And the reason that we're going to do that is we're going to add things to the list. We're going to see what they have to add to this list because we may not be catching everything that we're good at or that we enjoy doing. The family and friends are probably going to give us more information about what we're good at than what we enjoy doing, but that's still going to help us. We're going to get their feedback on what we've put down and have them add to the list. And then when we gather all this information together, the last thing we're going to do here today is we're going to decide on just one area that we're going to move forward with. So when it comes to business, and particularly online business, we can get bogged down with thinking about 4 business ideas at once, and we can't decide which one to pursue. So we're not going to worry about getting overwhelmed with that kind of stuff. We're just going to focus on really completing one thing here today, and that's going to be to pick one area to move forward with. So taking a personal inventory, let's take a look at what this entails. I put together a spreadsheet to help us through this process, and go ahead and download that. The link to the personal inventory spreadsheet is just right below the video. So download that. That's an Excel file. If you don't have Excel, you should be able to open that with the Mac version of Excel, or just send it to yourself, email it to yourself, and if you have a Gmail account, you'll be able to open it up in that Gmail, Google Docs kind of thing. So open that up, and I'm going to show you a screenshot of this in a second, but there's really 2 columns. In the first column, it's titled Things You're Good At. So just start filling that out and list 10 or so things, maybe 15 things you're good at. In the second column, that's titled Things You Enjoy Talking About, Thinking About, or Doing. So in that second column, just go ahead and list things as well. See if you can list 10 or more things that you enjoy doing. And then next, we're going to take a look and see which things match up, which things are in both columns. Are there any things that you put down as things you're good at doing and that you enjoy doing? So here's a look at what this looks like. There's the template, things you're good at on the left, things you enjoy doing on the right. And here are my lists. I just kind of went through and filled these out. I think I got like 7 or 8 in the good at column, and I don't know, maybe 20 in the second column there. And I've highlighted things in the same colors that match up. So in the good at list, I've got Photoshop, writing, photography, computers and technology, getting things done. I'm a get it things done kind of guy. Getting things done kind of guy. I'm a helping people and teaching people kind of guy. The reason that I put these down as things I'm good at is because I've really gotten feedback from other people that have told me, hey, Craig, you're really good at that. You have a skill for that. Saving money, I saved close to 6 figures in just a few years on a regular salary, so I would say I'm good at saving money. So things I'm good at, I just listed a bunch of things that I believe that I'm good at. And then in the other column, I listed a bunch of things that I enjoy doing. So obviously I enjoy doing more things that I'm good at. I may be good at downhill skiing, I may enjoy downhill skiing, but that doesn't mean that I am good at it, right? So your enjoy doing list might be bigger. So what do I enjoy doing? I enjoy personal finance. I enjoy independence and freedom. So it's not necessarily needs to be things you're good at doing, but things you enjoy talking about or thinking about. So I geek out all the time about money and business. Those are things that I geek out on. So what is it that you totally geek out on? What are things that you're thinking about all the time and that you love thinking about, you love reading about, you love talking to other people about? Put those items down on this list. So I've got personal finance, independence and freedom, travel, photography, Photoshop, business and entrepreneurship, camping, hiking, biking, the outdoors, online business, computers and technology, the internet, music, money and investing, living below your means, frugality, helping people, teaching people. So the ones that match up here. So if you want, just go through an exercise just like this where you highlight the ones that are in both columns. So I've got Photoshop in both columns. It means I'm good at it and I enjoy it. Photography, good at and enjoy it. Computers and technology, good at and enjoy it. Helping people, teaching people, saving money, and frugality, living below my means. I'm both good at and I enjoy those things. So what's interesting is, for those of you that know me, I've got a blog and a podcast called Create My Independence that I've been doing for 3 years. Do you see where Create My Independence came from? Personal finance, independence and freedom, business and entrepreneurship, living below your means, frugality, helping people, teaching people. There it is. There's Create My Independence right there. And let me give you another sneak peek at something. My dream career, which I just haven't got there yet, my dream business is going to have something to do with photography and travel and business and entrepreneurship. Kind of those things I'll combine. Maybe biking. I just had some ideas the other day about some crazy business ideas that, are going to have an intersection between a lot of these things. So I really think looking at these lists is going to give you a really good idea of where your business opportunities are going to come from. So make sure you fill that out. Now we're going to take a look at the big picture. So just kind of take a step back, take a look at this list, and what does it say? My guess is it's showing you something you already know. Just envision where these topics can take you. Do you see business opportunities in this list? Okay, now we're going to get feedback from family and friends. So after doing your personal inventory, take the findings, maybe print it off or email it to several of your trusted family members and friends. And now ask them to add to your list. And ask them to give you feedback on what you've already put on your list. Be ready, by the way, for their 2 cents. They may criticize the stuff you put on there. And they may think, what are you doing? What is this? You really think you're going to start a business? That's crazy. They might say that. But just take it all with a grain of salt. Don't completely change your mind about anything because of what they said. Just get their just really the point here is get things that can be added to the list, okay? And now what we're going to do is when you're done, you've got extra stuff added from your family and friends. Now it's going to be time to narrow down your list. And again, the goal, like we said at the beginning here today, was we're going to pick one area of focus from your personal inventory which your friends and family added to. Take that spreadsheet again, the personal inventory spreadsheet. Take the things that you've put in both columns. You both put them in under you enjoy doing and things you are good at. So really I'd focus on those things that appear in both columns. Maybe some overlap with things that you enjoy but aren't necessarily good at yet, maybe with the intention of getting better at that. That's completely fine if you if you kind of combine a few areas. Just make sure that it's kind of a niche of, for me, like business and personal finance, kind of that intersection. I think you can do that. I think you can do an intersection of a couple things. But here's the key. Make sure that you believe that this is an area that has business potential, meaning people normally pay for this sort of thing. So, do people pay for this sort of thing? Make sure that the one you pick here, this is very important. This is incredibly important. Make sure that the area you pick has business potential. That means there's potential to make money. People are already paying for this stuff. You don't want to create a whole new niche that people aren't paying for because they're not going to be used to that, and that's going to be a really tough job. So pick a niche that people are already paying for and they already value. And by the way, this doesn't have to be an end-all, be-all. This is the only business opportunity you're ever going to chase and all that because Craig made you pick only one. No. That's not true. This is just going to be the place where you're going to start. Okay, this is just to get you through the steps, to get you started. That's the reason we're picking one thing. It doesn't mean you can't ever pick another thing again. We're just going to pick one thing and we're going to go through the steps with it, okay? So it doesn't have to be the end-all, be-all. Just pick one thing. No worries. Red flag alert. Red flag alert is not committing to one area. If you can't make this decision, you're just saying, Craig, I just can't pick between these 4 things. I want to do them all. That's going to be dangerous, okay? If you're anything like me, well, you're going to have a tough time deciding on one area, right? But just pick one so that you can move on. It may be the right one. It may not be the right one. But either way, you need to choose one in order to move on. So coming up in Module 2, once you get that chosen, that you pick that one area, we're going to talk about getting out of your own way. This is going to be a huge hurdle that comes up. Probably already has come up for you guys. It's come up for me many times. I struggle with it every day. We're going to talk about how to get out of your own way so you can start making things happen. And I'll see you over in Module number 2.